not agree with their rules, but you will follow them.
You bow to no one.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movie kings.
Idiots! There will be a king!
Hey, but you said,
I will be king!
For this list, we're choosing the most influential kings in cinema history. These monarchs not only impacted the plots of their films and the futures of other characters, but also pop culture.
You believe that? That women can be the match of men?
Number 10, King Henry VIII, the other Boleyn girl.
That's something I understand. What it is to be the second child.
Although it's a fictional story, it features one of history's most iconic kings, and it delivers insight into what goes on behind the closed curtains of royalty.
So this is it, where the King of England sleeps.
And reads and writes, and finds a few moments each day for himself.
We witness Eric Bana's Henry VIII waffle with indecision between two women and make choice after choice based on greed, desire, and immaturity.
Well, if we can have a healthy daughter, we can have a healthy son.
At the same time, he attempts to retain the fearful reputation for which he has become infamous.
You're hurting me!
You show me it was worth my while!
Number 9, Richard III, Richard III.
Now is the winter of our discontent made glorious summer.
Murder, betrayal, and downright wickedness. Who better to take on such a role in a contemporary Shakespearean adaptation than Sir Ian McKellen?
And murder while I smile, wet my cheeks with artificial tears, and frame my face to all occasions.
Richard III plans to take over the throne by doing whatever it takes. And he stops at nothing, including the murder of his own brother.
Simple, plain Clarence. I do love you, sir, that I shall shortly send your soul to heaven. If heaven will take the present from my hands.
Family values are practically non-existent in this classic, which follows the trials and tribulations of a rotten and aspiring king.
Accept the crown. Would you enforce me to a world of cares? Call him again. My lord! My Lord Buckingham! I'm not made of stone.
Number 8, King George, The Madness of King George.
Hello there, Georgie boy.
This emotionally draining story depicts the descent into insanity of the King of Great Britain.
Do you think that you're mad?
I don't know.
It jumps from scenes which are slightly comical to scenes which have viewers holding back tears, as we're given a glimpse of the man behind the facade of royalty and the primitive methods used to cure him. Nigel Hawthorne's portrayal of King George is the perfect balance of determination and unhinged energy.
I'm the king, I tell, I'm not told. I am the verb, sir. I am not the object.
Number 7, King Arthur, First Knight.
There's a peace that's only to be found on the other side of war.
A love-driven tale of the sword, there are essentially two storylines in this film. One sees the withered King Arthur battle against Prince Maligant.
Burn them all, and Camelot lives on.
The other follows the love affair between Arthur's bride Guinevere and his trusted knight, Sir Lancelot.
A man who fears nothing is a man who loves nothing. And if you love nothing, what joy is there in your life?
Sean Connery's Arthur struggles to retain stability within Camelot and the loyalty of his men.
I am Arthur of Camelot, and I command you now, all, to fight! Fight! I do not fight before!
It's a journey full of relatable scenarios, which reminds us that Arthur is far from invincible. Number 6, King Louis XIV, The Man in the Iron Mask.
I am a young king, but I am king.
Then be a good king.
Although this tale features a classic switcheroo, it's also a story of treachery and patriotism.
And the next time there are rioters, shoot them.
King Louis XIV, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, is destroying France, leading the country into unpopular wars, and living a radical lifestyle.
You will burn in hell. I will not, for I am king, ordained by God.
To bring balance, the twin brother he imprisoned long ago is sought.
And you take the side of traitors. Of this one. Worst of all, my own brother who's trying to do this to me!
While the concept of Louis XIV having a twin is a little far-fetched, it does act as a critique of his reign.
Back to the prison you shall go, and into the mask you hate.
Louis, don't...
Wear it until you love it! And die in it.
Number 5. Henry V, Henry V.
May I, with right and conscience, make this claim.
Nothing screams war classic like a pilgrimage into battle.
Once more into the breach, dear friends! Once more! Or close the wall up with our English dead!
As King Henry and his men travel to face the French, we embark on a tale of doubt, camaraderie, and loyalty as Henry deals with the fading morale of both himself and his men.
For when lenity and cruelty play for a kingdom, the gentler gamester is the soonest winner.
Kenneth Branagh's stellar performance provides us with a plethora of inspirational speeches, keeping us intrigued right until the dust settles on the battlefield.
And hold their manhoods cheap, whiles any speaks that fought with us upon St. Crispin's Day!
Number 4. The King of Siam, The King and I.
I am king as I was born to be.
Bold, brawny, and bald. Yul Brynner's King Mongkut isn't the kind of tyrant you want to get on the wrong side of.
Oh, Your Majesty, I beg of you not to take revenge on this girl. If you do, you will be throwing away everything good you have accomplished for yourself and your country.
But even with his hands-on-hip manner, he ends up the subject of a love story, where we get to see the complexities of love and the effects it can have on someone in power.
You are a very difficult woman.
Behind this apparently immovable leader is a man who loves his children, falls for a woman, etc., etc.
What is this, etc.?
Well, it means, and all the rest, and so forth, Your Majesty.
Number 3. King Arthur, Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Greetings, King Arthur. You know my name? I do.
The mystical tale of King Arthur is a classic, and what better way to tell it than with some satire?
Whoa now!
Although every scene is comical, from the clacking coconuts to the Black Knight, we still get a grasp of the legendary journey to Camelot, thanks to Graham Chapman's cool yet cowardly portrayal.
Run away! Run away! Run away!
With his knowledge of swallows and the ways of science, it's a film that proves Arthur truly is King of the Britons.
King of the who? The Britons. Who are the Britons? Well, we all are. We are all Britons. And I am your king. Oh, didn't know we had a king.
Number 2. Mufasa, the Lion King.
One day, Simba, the sun will set on my time here and will rise with you as the new king.
The King of Pride Rock with the voice of James Earl Jones. What more could you want?
Oh, there's more to being king than getting your way all the time.
There's more?
Simba.
On top of his wisdom and life lessons, Mufasa rules his kingdom in a fair, diplomatic, and merciful manner, and is beloved by all his subjects. Well, most of them, anyway.
Long live the king.
He's also stern when he needs to be, and sets a great paternal example, teaching Simba what it is to be a true king.
When we die, our bodies become the grass, and the antelope eat the grass. And so, we are all connected in the great circle of life.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Gun knuckles for 8. And Rohan will answer.
Son, please. I am more than the exalted ruler of this land and the master of all I survey. I'm also a concerned dad.
Hold this, Father.
Rabbi.
Whatever.
Number 1. King George VI, The King's Speech.
Do you know any jokes?
Timing isn't my strong suit.
Unlike the other kings on this list, George VI isn't tangled in a cutthroat struggle or a frivolous scandal.
Shit. Yes, shit!
No, his problem is an embarrassing stammer that makes social events a chore and important speeches arduous, to the point where he kicks and screams to come to grips with addressing the nation.
Why are you here then?
Because I bloody well stammer!
You have a bit of a temper?
One of my many faults.
Behind his royal status lies a character that is sensitive, self-conscious, and most of all, just a regular guy.
Why should I waste my time listening to you?
Because I have a right to be, and I have a voice!
Yes, you do.
Do you agree with our list? Who's your favorite movie king? For more engaging top 10s published daily, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.